For Australia, we've got a short quali and then a half race, I believe. So 18 minutes for qualifying. A few names I recognise here from DRS Mondays. Rick, the league owner, he had a very good race this week. Mikey and a few others. Still seats available. Get in contact with the league. This is a few leagues all together here, with races on various days. Not sure why I'm not getting any game audio. I'll try to fix that. Oh, there we go. Now I have some game audio. So, people on their outlaps. Let's go to Rick, who's the first one out onto a hot lap. Obviously early doors in this qualifying session, people will just be trying to get out and get a banker lap. Bit of crowding going on early in sector 1 on people's outlaps. Rick here will be the first one to set a time, I believe. Oh, I was wrong about that. Aidan Gray sets the first time in the AlphaTauri. 119.2. Let's see what Rick can do against that. Down the straight and 118.7, half a second quicker. Takes pole, provisionally of course. Scotty is 1.8 down on that. Oh, eBird has invalidated. Mikey 2 seconds down on the leader Rick. Smithy goes third fastest, and fastest 118.5 goes Ren. Anybody else on a flyer? So a few people here out on track. Jay Hawes is now quickest with a 118.0. And Aero Blake is into the top 3. 118 seems to be the pace, definitely for the top 4. Quite a few people yet to set a lap time. Purple sector 1 for Joachim. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, folks. Oh, he's very wide there. That might ruin his lap. And yeah, he's aborted that attempt. Oh, E-Bird! Big spin! Big spin for E-Bird. Kieran could be on a quick one. Rick's on his way back out. He's gone purple both sectors, but then he's gone very wide. The same place as the Red Bull did. Oh, he spun! Big spin for Kieran on the last corner. Two more people on their way out. Scotty's half a second down through the first sector. Here goes Rick, let's keep an eye on him. He's close. He's within half a tenth. And he's purple in sector 2. Not too wide this time. Here he comes round the last corner. And Rick goes 118.6, remains 4th. Ren now is 10th of a second up. Did that bit of traffic ruin his lap? Let's see, he goes across the line in 118.3. and remains second. And Jay Hawes has just improved his time on pole, 117.6 for Jay Hawes now. Still got 4 drivers yet to set a lap. That sim guy, eBird, Mr. Cookie and Chaz Knight Rider have yet to set a lap as Mikey takes a very wide run onto the grass and the runoff area there. Pretty crowded on the track at the moment. Oh, and into the wall goes Joachim. Big clout with the wall there. That sim guy, 118.7. And he's up to 5th. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the session. eBird is again invalidated, so that's going to be another lap without setting a time. Mr. Cookie seems in no rush, he's still in the pits. And Chaz Knight Rider is now on his way round to set a lap. Let's keep an eye on him, see where he goes. Quieting right down on track as people begin to prepare for their final runs. We've in fact only got 4 cars out at the moment. And a spin and a crash for Chaz Knight Rider. And he's not yet set a time. And that one's not going to be getting him anywhere after that spin. Mikey's got a red lap as he has obviously come off somewhere. Is he going back into the pits? Yes, he is. Chaz Knight Rider is also returning to the pits. So literally, we've got just Smithy and a couple of others now making their out laps. Smithy's through to sector 3 on his, so we'll keep an eye on him. As here we go on a hot lap. In the Aston Martin, he's currently 9th. Can he improve on that 119.3? A 10th down through the first sector, not too bad. As there's now a train of cars coming out for their final runs. Purple sector 2 there for Smithy. And around the final corner, Here he comes. What's he gonna do? It's 119.0 and up to 6. That's him, guys, on a hot lap now. And he's 2.5 tenths up in the first sector. And nearly 3 tenths up. Purple. He's gone wide though. He's gone very wide there. Has that ruined it? Or is everyone just going wide there? Let's see. He's far enough behind the McLaren for it to not get in his way. And he's going across the line. It's a 118.1 and up to second. And Aidan Gray has retired. And I believe that he's on track as well, so he may have crashed. Aidan Gray in 9th in the AlphaTauri has retired. Who else is on flyers? Let's have a look here. He has indeed crashed as well. It was a very awkward position for his car. Here's Renson now. As he comes across the line. It's a 118.3. Doesn't improve. He stays 3rd for now. Aero Blake has invalidated his lap. And Mr. Cookie's going slowly. Chaz Knight Rider has set a lap, a 119.8 for 11th spot. Ebird still yet to set a lap time. J Hawes thinks he's done enough. With that 117.6 for pole position. And I think we've got another crash. That's Chaz Knight Rider, I believe. Possibly. Scotty is also retired from the session. Yeah, he's in the wall. Is Ebird going to set a lap? Mr. Cookie has only managed to set a 137, which is miles off the pace. And here comes Ebird now with a 119.1 to take 9th place. It's 9th for Ebird. Never Fear Andy's here, was having a few spins, and we've come to the end of the session. So we'll go through the full grid for you as quickly as I can here. We'll start at the back. It's Mr. Cookie in 17th, Mikey in the Mercedes 16, Scotty 15, Jimmy 14, Chaz Knight Rider 13, Kieran 12, Aidan Gray 11, Never Fear Andy's here is 10th, Ebird with that late lap in 9th, Smithy is 8th, Mechanical in 7th, Joachim in 6th, Rick is 5th in the Haas, Aero Blake in 4th the McLaren, Renson in the Williams is 3rd. That Simgo says in comments he made big mistakes on both his laps, still gets 2nd spot. And a front row on the grid in the Mercedes, Jay Hawes half a second clear. In the Ferrari, a 117.6 takes pole position. Of course, long races here. The half distance. I was commentating earlier on at one from Zandvoort where the pole sitter dropped to third off the grid, ended up finishing second. That one was a very interesting race with 2 safety cars and intermediate tyres and then back to dries. We'll see what this one has in store in Melbourne. Oh, Mr. Cookie seems to have left. Maybe he's been kicked out. We'll see about that as we get underway for the formation lap. Oh, now that Sim guy seems to have been kicked out of his car. A couple of people have come to problems, have been disqualified and reformed automatically on the grid. I believe that Sim guy is ghosted as he's not in his car. Not sure what happened there. You do get quite a few glitches with the new game, unfortunately. I know EA are trying to, and Codemasters are trying to work hard on it to fix these things up for us. Pit strategy, if you're starting on the softs, let's see who's on which tyres, shall we? There we go, a couple on softs and everyone else on medium. Nobody started on the hards. Could be a one-stopper on hards, or maybe a 2 if you've got softs. Will of course depend on the oh, and now Chaz Knight Rider has left. I don't know if the lobby's throwing people out or what's happening there. Hopefully someone else in the lobby can get people back in. But we're gonna now reform the grid. Here we go then. I think we're going to have a reset here. I don't think this is actually going to be the start. Too many people have left, I think. I think I'll be waiting for a new... yeah, somebody's reversing off the start line. This has gone completely wrong, I'm afraid, so I'm going to need to wait for a new lobby invite, as this is... yes, this is the lobby has gone wrong and we're going to have to restart, I'm afraid. Apologies folks, we will I'll await another invite. I'm going to leave this session and await another invite. Apologies folks, the lobby will be being reset. Just awaiting details now. There we go. There we go, we'll just wait for everybody to get back in their cars. If you are watching as well as racing, don't forget to put your setups back on if you had custom setups. Done that before, forgotten to do that on a reset lobby after it crashed after qualifying. Just waiting for a couple more people to get their cars selected, and then we'll be ready to hopefully get a better lobby than the last time and get underway with the race in Melbourne.
It says put user into timeout, but I have no idea. Create a highlight video, add stream marker. Well, I have absolutely no idea, to be honest. Create a poll. should go get a perma ban. That'll be the goal. Manage, is it under there? Exit stream, no, we don't do exit stream, we don't do that.
Right, I think we're just about ready. We seem to be getting drivers readied up.
First thing ever to do, take long, did it? Half an hour. There must be a way.
Okie dokie, better luck this time with the game loading. And we look forward to an interesting race here. Strategy all important in these half distance races. So lots of laps, you've got to work out which tyres, when to pit. Whether safety cars or the weather will affect it. Alright, we're going to get the formation lap started very shortly. Hello to Nick, who's watching and sending me some abuse on my mobile phone there. You've joined me, Blobby Butler, for this race. And we're underway on the formation lap again. Let's hope I don't see anything at the bottom of the screen telling me that people are dropping out this time. Let's have a look at tyres. E-Bird is on the hards. Mr. Cookie, never fear, Andy's here. Joachim and that sim guy have gone softs, and everybody else is on the mediums. So that is interesting, a difference of opinion to start us off with. Let's see how many people have perfected the grid parking on the new game. It's normally, I'd say, around 7 or 8 players get disqualified and reparked automatically. Certainly worth a little advantage off the grid if you can get parked advantageously. Here they come then. Around the last corner to get the grid reformed. We'll be hoping for a clean run to turn 1. There we go, everyone's now in the straight. And let's see who gets disqualified. Andy is one who's been disqualified there. Everyone else is pretty good. I'm impressed. 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. Here we go. I'm stuck on the back camera, which is not helpful. Here we go now. And into the lead goes that sim guy, but I think he's been disconnected again. I think he's been disconnected again. He's gone into the lead, but his car's ghosting. Jay Hawes is down to second. It's Redson, Smithy, Aero Blake, Rick. Some movement, Kieran and Chaz going up and down a little bit, and a yellow flag in sector 2, and we've got an accident at the back, and Chaz Knight Rider has been facing the wrong way and has got wing damage. That must have involved Scotty and Andy as well. Back at the front, and that sim guy has now dropped to 3rd. He's still ghosting, I'm afraid. Renson's up to 2nd, and Jay Hawes is back in the lead. And there goes Smithy up into 3rd. That sim guy's AI is suffering, even though he's got a fastest lap somehow. Blake up to 4th. And Rick in the Haas is going to be the next to pass that sim guy, I think, AI. Unfortunately. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, he's just confirmed that it's kicked him out again. I thought as much as I saw his car go to ghost. And with 3 wide here with Joachim and Mechanical, and this might end in tears. And they've ended up getting through well, but oh, they've touched now. They've touched, and Joachim is in the wall. He touched the side of the Alpine there, and he's in the wall. And oh, more carnage, as I think Mikey's had an incident. A lot happening, and the Aston Martin has crashed into the side of the pit wall. That's Jimmy Jags. He's doing a 360 and then going into the pits. Absolute carnage at the moment. I'm surprised none of this has resulted in a safety car. We're still racing. That sim guy, it's so unfortunate to be kicked out of the lobby twice, and his AI is gone from 2nd right the way down to 8th. Aidan Gray looking to make a move on Mechanical here. And the Alpha Tower is trying to go around the outside, and he can't make the move stick there. We'll stick with this close battle as Never Fear Andy's here, goes ahead of Kieran. He's gone round the outside and he's made it stick. What a move by Aidan Gray. Up to 6th place. Ahead of Mechanical in 7th. And here comes Aero Blake trying to make a move on Smithy. He defends his line, and Aero just had a little wobble on the exit. Jimmy Jags has had a time penalty. It's a bit early for that. He's got a 3-second penalty. Never Fear Andy's here, is making moves, and Mechanical must have gone off as he's lost about 4 positions there. I think he had some kind of incident. And now Rick also has spun. Rick has spun as well, and he's now down in 9th. With Never Fear Andy's here, is going to take that 9th place, and there's an Alpha Tower in the wall. Who's that? That's Aidan Gray. He'd just got up to 5th, and now he's in the wall, and he's back down to 13th, and Aero Blake now does get the move done on Smithy. So much going on, I could barely keep up with it. Hello Shakib in the comments. Wow, let's take a breath. Still some very close racing. Rick and Never Fear Andy's here, and Kieran, and Jimmy Jags has got another penalty for multiple warnings. The track limits are catching him out here. But we've got a big train of cars here with all the way down from Rick right the way down to Mechanical as Aero Blake gets a penalty now. That sim guy's AI has gone back up to 5th because of all the carnage that's been going on, and Aidan Gray has been speeding in the pit lane. He must have had damage. He's getting his front wing repaired now, but he was speeding in the pit lane and he got a 5-second penalty. That will not do his cause any good. He's back out on the hard tyre. And another spinner. Another spinner. That's Kieran going for a spin. I don't know if there was contact. Mr. Cookie has now got a 3-second time penalty. He's up to 6th, and he was started at the back of the grid. Mr. Cookie in the Alpha Tower, in the Alfa Romeo, sorry, his Alfa Romeo teammate just had that spin, Kieran. Here's E-Bird right behind Mr. Cookie. And Mikey is making a move and gets it done. Never Fear Andy's here, back down to 10th. We've got a Sector 1, Sector 2. Somebody had an accident maybe. That's all fine. As Mechanical runs a little wide there as he was pushing to try and get up to Never Fear Andy's here. Jimmy Jaggs and Aidan Gray, both with penalties. Mikey has now got a 3-second penalty. Jimmy Jaggs is going to try and make a move on Aidan Gray. I must apologise to the leaders because so much has gone on. They've almost taken each other out. They've almost taken each other out there, Aidan Gray and Jimmy Jaggs. But they remain 13 and 14 with Chaz Knight Rider catching them up quickly. Must apologise to Jay Hawes, who's doing a fantastic job out in front. He's nearly 5 seconds ahead, and we've barely mentioned him because there's just been so much going on in the rest of the field. He's actually coming up to jerk him, to lap him already after just 6 laps. Blake is now right up with Renson. Jimmy Jaggs has got another penalty. He's going to have to be careful to not get disqualified at this rate. Blake chasing Jaggs for second. Now where's that yellow flag? There's another, someone else has come off in sector 3. It's Mechanical, I believe. He's lost a few places there. So Blake chasing Renson for second place. And Renson picks up a time penalty. That could be crucial. Blake already had one, but now they're level on them, I believe. And a yellow in sector 1. It's Mikey, I think. The top 10, he's dropped down to 12th. And now a yellow in sector 3. That's Scotty going slowly. He's down at the back of the field in the Alpine. Aidan Gray, another penalty. They're racking up now. Renson makes the move. Blake makes the move on Renson. Can he get him back? Blake has the DRS to help him. That Sim guy's in the pits. I don't know if he's got his car back yet. I don't think he's racing. Mr. Cookie is in the pits. Never Fear Andy's here. And Mikey. So a few people pitting. Mikey was without a front wing there, so that'll be why. Jimmy Jaggs. Jimmy Jaggs has picked up 12 seconds of penalties already. Aidan Gray's got 8, but one of those was a pit lane one. Jimmy Jaggs really struggling with the track limits here. Rick is quite close to E-Bird now. That's our closest battle. So let's have a look, see if the Haas can get past the Alpha Tauri. Around the last corner he will have DRS, of course. Oh, sector 1 and 2, it's a safety car. He was about to make a move there, but we've got a safety car. I'm not sure who's caused that, but Scotty is without a front wing. He might have been something to do with it. But is it a virtual? No, it's a full safety car. I believe we have a full safety car. A Mechanical is in the pits. Oh, and there still seems to be racing on here, even though The safety car is out and it's on the track, and we're waiting for it to pick up the leader. It seemed that Aidan Gray and Mechanic Hall were racing each other then. Maybe one was coming out of the pits, as I'm sure now the pits will be the place to be, is it? Let's see. Henson is in. Blake is in. Jay Hawes also came in. I think everybody pretty much is going to pit. And everyone pretty much is pitting for hard tyres. Certainly the leaders. Kieran has stayed out. E-Bird has stayed out and is up to 4th. But they're the only ones now that have got tyres from the beginning. So safety car has now picked up Jay Hawes in the lead. Disappointed for him as he was driving away into the distance in this race, with Blake and Renson battling for second. He was just away. And now of course the safety car bunches everybody up, but he has got the free pit stop out of it. Of course, as has it have his rivals behind, but they both do have penalties. So Jay Hawes looks in a very good position in terms of to win this race. That's the unfortunate, that sim guy, he's not racing, his AI is still on track. He got kicked out of the session twice, unfortunately. Somebody has come into the pits there. Scotty has retired. Scotty came into the pits, I believe, to retire, which is the correct way to do it. So we're down to 16 on track. Unfortunately, one is an AI of that sim guy. As we wait for the rest of the field to catch up. They should be caught up by the end of this lap. I reckon the safety car might be in and we can go racing again. Just E-Bird and Kieran remaining on the tyres that they started the race with. Aidan Gray pitted early to replace a front wing. Do we have an overtake there by somebody? Maybe just a timing glitch. Or maybe they're not going to catch up by the end of this lap. We might have one more, as it's not come up that the safety car will be in yet. So I believe we'll have one more safety car lap. There we go, everybody is now bunched up, so There's no reason the safety car shouldn't be leaving us at the end of this lap. Always interesting, of course, to see how the leader handles the safety car restart. Where to back people up and where to go. Safety car is in this lap. We thought as much. We're on lap 12 of 29, so not even halfway yet, and already we've had lots of action. Here we go then, he's let the safety car pull right away already. And now he's backed the field up. Oh, somebody's gone off there. Somebody's gone off before the restart. It's Ebird. Ebird off before the restart. And Jay Rosa spun. Jay Rosa spun on the restart. Aero Blake takes the lead. Jay Rosa spun on the restart of the safety car. And he goes from first right and spin again. And another spin. Aero Blake has now spun. And Renson takes the lead. The poison chalice of the race lead. Twice in the space of 3 corners. First it was Jay Hall's Ferrari. And then it was Aero Blake. And now Renson is left in front with Smithy in second in the Aston Martin. And Kieran, who had all kinds of problems early doors, is now third. Of course, having yet to change his tyres. Rick is right behind him in fourth, with Mr. Cookie on the mediums in fifth. That Sim Guy's AI is sixth, with Never Fear Andy's here in seventh. Aero Blake is down in eighth, and he might have got away without too much damage. Mikey ninth, Jimmy Jags 10th, but collecting penalties. Jay Hawes is down in 13th after that misdemeanor, with Ebird in 12th, who also had a misdemeanor before the safety car restart. Mechanical is 13th with Aidan Gray 14th, Joachim in 15th, and Chaz Knight Rider is the last one running in 16th. Here goes Rick. Here goes Rick making a move down the inside on the Alfa Romeo, but he's going to get pushed out. They're 3 wide. The other Alfa Romeo is joining in. Rick takes third from Kieran, with Mr. Cookie looking on at his teammate right behind. Excellent overtake by Rick there. As Chaz Knight Rider is now in the pits, and Blake has also pitted. He must have had damage. He's pitted to softs. The 2 McLarens running 15th and 16th, the last 2 at the moment. Mr. Cookie and Kieran, oh, the teammates have collided. The teammates have collided, and Mr. Cookie has come off worse. He has dropped down to 6th, and now Never Fear Andy's here. He's right behind him to try and take him as well. And that Sim Guy's AI, just by avoiding carnage, is up to 5th. And now right behind CDR Kieran. Jay Hawes is going to make some moves now to try and get back to the front after that And Mikey in front of him has just picked up another 3-second penalty. The action's coming thick and fast. We're only at halfway race distance now. Lap 15 of 29. And J-Horse is looking to make the move on Mikey. Can he get round him? He looks like he's going to go past here. He's passed him on the inside. And up into 8th place goes J-Horse. We'll keep an eye on Mikey to see if he's going to make any kind of attempt to take the place back. J-Horse looks to have secured the place. A little further back we have E-Bird and Mechanic Hole catching up to Jimmy Jags. And Joachim is right on Aidan Gray. But we'll go back to the front as Smithy is just a second behind Renson in the lead. Williams. Kieran picks up a 3-second penalty and loses a place as well to that Sim Guy's AI. And now he's got it. It's round 2 with his teammate Mr. Cookie. This didn't end well last time between these two, just a lap or so ago. And now Mr. Cookie is coming for round 2 with Kieran. Behind them are the 2 Ferraris. Kieran, the reason he's struggling is he's lost his front wing. He has got no front wing at all on there. And Mr. Cookie should be going past cleanly now and does. Kieran's going to have to struggle back to the pits. He needed to pit anyway, he hadn't pitted so far. So he's going to go into the pits. And he even touched the wall there on the pit entry. Struggling with no front wing. J-Horse is now up to 7th because of that. And Kieran drops down the order to 14th. E-Bird now right going for it, and behind them as well Joachim nearly took Aidan Gray right out. We've got close racing in the line midfield, and Joachim there hit the wall, or I think he hit the wall. He definitely had some kind of problem at the 2 Alpha Tauris are battling now. It's teammate battles all the way here. As Aidan Gray and E-Bird side by side, Aidan Gray gets it done. And J-Horse is closing in on his teammate. Never Fear Andy's here. The 2 Ferraris. With Mr. Cookie now right behind that Sim Guy's AI. We're not going to pay too much attention to that because he is an AI ghosting. And here we can see Mr. Cookie gets it done. And up into 4th place, and J-Horse has made the move on Never Fear Andy's here. And he's back up to 6th. He could still be on for a podium despite that incident as he hit the pit entry wall, spinning on the safety car restart. Joachim has now got E-Bird, but E-Bird is going to fight it all the way. Still fighting it, and they might have a problem here if it doesn't yield. Very close. Aidan Gray and Mechanic Hole have picked up warnings. Have picked up penalties, I should say. And who's going to end up taking this place? Joachim, don't know how to say your name, did get it. As Jay Hawes now gets past that sim guy's AI. Unfortunately, these two were the front two on the grid. Very unfortunate for that sim guy with the game the game lobby not allowing him to race. He'll be mightily frustrated with that, as he was in a good position on the front row and he felt like he had more pace as well. eBird still yet to pit. The only one on the track who hasn't pitted. Has lost a few positions as those tyres start to get old. And Chaz Knight Rider picks up a penalty. Let's just check the penalties quickly. Jimmy Jags 15 second pens, Aidan Gray 11, Mikey was 6, and then a few people including our leader have got 3s. Rick now catching Smithy for second. And Aidan Gray going after Mechanical. "16 of the 17 still running here in Australia." As eBird finally pits and is going for soft tyres for the last 9 or 10 laps. Aidan Gray and Mechanical fighting it out here. We're going to go up to the front and have a look at Rick pursuing Smithy as he's right in with a chance of taking second spot here, and they're only 3 seconds behind Renson, who has that 3-second penalty. So Rick potentially could be on for a victory here, and not just a podium. Jay Hawes is right behind Mr. Cookie as well, as Joachim picks up a penalty. Rick is going with DRS. Is he going to make a move into turn 1? He is, and he makes that stick for second place. Mr. Cookie is going to suffer the same fate possibly. Jay Hawes is going to go round the outside, and no he isn't this time, but he's got a better run out of the chicane, and he might get him now down to the tight next corner. He's trying to go round the outside, he got squeezed. Mr. Cookie aggressive and keeps the place. Mr. Cookie definitely squeezed Jay Hawes there. And he's going to come for another look, I think, Jay Hawes. Right behind him. What's going to happen this time? He's round the outside and he makes the move stick. The Ferrari up to 4th. And the other Ferrari is up to 6th. Never fear, Andy's here, going past the AI of that sim guy. eBird picks up another penalty on those new soft tyres. Aidan Gray is still stuck behind Mechanical. Mechanical doing a real Fernando Alonso style job in the Alpine. And staying in front of rivals in the midfield. And Never Fear Andy's here, has pitted for softs. So that'll see him drop down the order a bit, but maybe have a chance to finish strongly and get back into the top 10. He's also got no penalties, which will help him. Jimmy Jags is also in the pits. He's got the most penalties, so I think he needs a few people to crash out if he's going to get any points. Aiden Gray with a penalty, and Smithy with a penalty as well. This could bring Jay Hawes into play again for a potential podium. Rick is right on the cusp of that 3 seconds that Renson, I believe, has a 3-second penalty. He does indeed, as Jimmy Jags picks up a 21 second, and Kieran picks up his second 3, so he's up to 6. Never fear, Andy's here. I said he had an advantage of not having one. He now has a penalty. Only Jay Hawes, Rick, and that Sim Guy's AI have not got penalties. Rick is right on the cusp of Renson's 3-second penalty. This could be very tight for the victory. Smithy is third, but Jay Hawes needs a couple of seconds, and he might well. And in Joachim having a problem there. Joachim seems to have gone off, and he's lost a few places there. Aero Blake, after his accident when he was in the lead, is back up into 9th now. But his tyres are getting a bit old. He's on 9-lap-old softs. Are they going to make it the final 6 laps? Never fear, Andy's here. Does get back up into the top 10. No one within a second at the moment, as Never fear, Andy's here picks up another 3-second penalty. He was so good until he's got on soft tyres, and then he's got a couple in quick succession. We're watching Renson in the Williams as he's pulled out an extra half a second to, with the net lead of the race. With that 3-second penalty, as Never fear, Andy's here has got up a place. Aero has pitted again. We did wonder if his tyres would last, and they haven't, so he's into the pits. Mikey picks up another penalty. As Aero Blake is overtaken by Ebird as he comes out of the pits. Joachim, another penalty. They're really stacking up the penalties. This evening. We'll have another look at those just briefly. As you can see, 21 seconds for Jimmy Jags, 14 for Aiden, 6 now for Andy, Joachim and Kieran, and 3 for everyone else. Oh, and Mikey makes it 9 just as I say that. Renson, 3-second penalty, and he's 3.1 seconds ahead of Rick. So this is a real battle to the end. Similarly, Smithy has a 3-second penalty, is 4 seconds ahead of Jay Hawes. So 2 battles that are not on-track battles that are going to be very close time-wise battles in the finishing order on the podium. Aero Blake has overtaken Ebird since coming out of the pits. We'll get rid of the penalties, we'll put the tyres back up. And Rick is now within 2.5, so net is in the lead. Jimmy Jags, that's 24 seconds of penalties. He's skating on thin ice to see if he'll get disqualified. Rick now within 2.2 seconds, so actually leads with Renson's 3-second penalty. Jay Hawes is now only 3.5 behind Smithy, so he needs another half a second and he's going to be back onto the podium. You have to think that he'd have won this race comfortably if it wasn't for the incident on the safety car restart. Rick 2 seconds. He's really closing in on Renson. They might actually end up meeting on the track. Aero Blake with a 1:20.6 to take the fastest lap. He's running down in 12th. E-Bird, another penalty. Aero Blake down in 12th on the new softs with less fuel, has just put in the fastest lap of the race. E-Bird has got another penalty. They really are stacking up these. That's E-Bird's 9 now, Mikey's 12 now, and Jimmy Jags is 24 seconds of penalties. We'll let you know how it all smooths itself out in the end, but those two without penalties, Rick and Jay Hawes, are both looking like now that they're going to jump ahead of the car immediately in front of them. Rick ahead of Renson for the lead, and Jay Hawes ahead of Smithy for the podium place in third. We shall see. It could still all change as Kim pits. Surely it's just an attempt for the fastest lap, because he's only a couple of laps left now. And they're outside the points, so I can't see that affecting anything. Testament to the clean racing though. We started with 17. We've had one retirement who retired in the pits, and we've still got 16 on track. So it's Renson with 2 laps to go. He's in the lead, but he isn't going to win unless he can stretch it back out to 3 seconds. He's only 2.1 ahead of Rick, who is in the net lead. Similarly, Smithy is third, but he's not really third because Jay Hawes is only 1.4 behind him. Jay Hawes can just sit there behind him in the knowledge that if he doesn't get a penalty, that'll be enough for the podium. And he's probably too far back to affect the leaders unless they come to difficulty, as somebody is off in sector 1. It's Mr. Cookie. Mr. Cookie from 5th place has spun, and he's now dropping right down the order. And Aero Blake is chasing Aiden through that section at the same time. Aero Blake finally finding some pace now on the soft tyres. He of course was in the lead briefly until he had an accident. And E-Bird has retired. E-Bird is out. Just as I was saying, testament to the drivers for nearly all finishing. And another spin for Mr. Cookie. Mr. Cookie has ruined his race in the final couple of laps. And Jay Hawes is now right up to Smithy. Joachim did get that fastest lap he was attempting with that late pit stop. A 1:19 something. I missed the time. But we are on 29 of 29, and the checkered flag for Renson, but it's not going to be enough. Rick wins the race. Jay Hawes similarly overtakes Smithy on penalties. He might have overtook him on track there actually. And that Sim Guy's AI is going to come home for 5th. Now the varying penalties are going to be an issue here. Mikey comes over with 12 seconds, so Mechanical is going to go above him into 6th. Never Fear Andy's here takes 7th, and Aero Blake takes 8th. Mikey's penalties drop him to 9th with Aidan Gray 10th. Jimmy Jaggs has got 24 seconds of penalties, so he's going to drop a few places. He comes across the line in 11th, but he won't keep that, as Aidan Gray and Joachim both jump above Jimmy Jaggs. And then the last two home will be the Alfa Romeos of CDR Kieran and Mr. Cookie, who was in a strong 5th place until the last couple of laps. Mikey is the driver of the day. An exciting race there at Melbourne as always. And we'll just wait for it to load and go through the final positions. And of course, see the podium as Rick takes the victory in the Haas. Renson took the checkered flag, but that 3-second penalty cost him the win. He takes 2nd, and Jay Hawes fought back to take 3rd place after losing the lead with a spin-on safety car restart. An impressive fight back from him. So here we have it. The winner in the Haas is Rick. 2nd, Renson in the Williams. 3rd, Jay Hawes in the Ferrari. Smithy was 4th in the Aston Martin. That Sim Guy in the Mercedes wasn't actually driving. His AI finished 5th. Mechanical in 6th in the Alpine. Never Fear Andy's here 7th. Aero Blake 8th in the McLaren. Mikey, driver of the day, in 9th. And Chaz Knight Rider in 10th in the McLaren. Then Aidan Gray, Joachim, Kieran, Jimmy Jaggs and Mr. Cookie, and a couple of DNFs. But most players finished. So well done to all the drivers. Special congratulations to Rick, who is on fire this week, taking the victory. That's it from me, Blobby Butler, and join us again on this channel for multiple different leagues on F1 22.